Have you ever felt proud of choosing yogurt as a daily habit, thinking you are doing something truly good for your body? And in many ways, you are. Yogurt is a powerful superfood, filled with live probiotics that support digestion, strengthen immunity, and even boost your mood. It's like a living medicine, especially important as we age. But here's the surprising truth. When combined with the wrong foods, yogurt can actually become harmful. Yes, certain common food pairings can destroy the delicate probiotics in yogurt, leaving your gut struggling instead of supported. Worse, these combinations can lead to bloating, gas, discomfort, and slow digestion, especially for those of us over 50, when the digestive system naturally weakens. So even though your intentions are good, you might be unknowingly canceling out the benefits of this incredible food, or worse, triggering gut issues that linger long after your meal. Welcome to Golden Years Wellness, where we help you take control of your health, one small, wise choice at a time. Our mission is to empower older adults with natural, research-backed tips for better digestion, strength, energy, and vitality after 50. In today's video, we'll reveal 3 surprising foods you should never mix with yogurt, and more importantly, 3 gentle, nourishing combinations that can enhance its benefits, not block them. If you've ever felt bloated, heavy, or uncomfortable after eating yogurt, this might be the missing link. The good news? A few simple changes can make all the difference. Let's protect your gut, support your energy, and turn yogurt into the healing food it was meant to be. Ready to feel better with every bite? Let's begin. Now that we understand how powerful yet delicate yogurt truly is, it's time to look at one of the most common mistakes people make, without even realizing it. Let's talk about fruit, specifically acidic fruits and melons. At first glance, this might sound confusing. After all, how many yogurt cups and parfaits have you seen topped with berries, oranges, pineapples, or even sliced bananas? It's everywhere on grocery store shelves, in advertisements, and even in health blogs. Yogurt with fruit is marketed as the ultimate healthy combination. But here's what most people don't know. Acidic fruits can completely disrupt the way yogurt works inside your body, especially as you age. Fruits like oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, and many berries are highly acidic. When you combine these acids with the dairy proteins in yogurt, they cause those proteins to curdle, not just in the bowl, but inside your stomach. This curdled mixture is extremely difficult to digest. It slows down your gut, causes bloating, gas, and discomfort, and can leave you feeling sluggish for hours. And as we get older, our digestive enzymes naturally decrease, making this effect even worse. And then there's another group of fruits we need to mention: melons. Fruits like watermelon and cantaloupe are light, refreshing, and digest very quickly. They're meant to move through your system fast. But yogurt, on the other hand, takes longer to break down. So what happens when you eat them together? The melon gets stuck behind the slower digesting yogurt and begins to ferment inside your gut. The result? More bloating, more discomfort, and for some people, especially seniors, this can even lead to cramping or diarrhea. And this isn't just theory. Ancient systems of medicine, like Ayurveda, have warned for thousands of years against mixing fruits and dairy, especially for those with slower digestion. Let me share a real story from our community. Margaret, a warm and energetic 72-year-old viewer from Florida, shared that she used to start every morning with a bowl of plain yogurt and sliced grapefruit. She thought it was healthy and refreshing. But over time, she started feeling bloated, nauseous, and just uncomfortable after breakfast. She couldn't figure out what was wrong. Her meals were light, and she wasn't overeating. But when we looked closely, it became clear the combination of acidic citrus and yogurt was working against her. With just one change, removing the grapefruit and eating yogurt separately, Margaret saw a transformation. Her bloating disappeared within a week. She felt lighter, more energized, and most importantly, excited to enjoy breakfast again. This is the power of food combining. It is not about removing healthy foods, it is about pairing them in ways that respect your body's rhythm. So the next time you reach for yogurt, skip the citrus and save the melons for another time. Your gut will thank you. Up next, we're going to look at another surprising mistake, one that is sitting on many dinner plates tonight. Let's talk about meat and other heavy proteins. Now that we've uncovered the hidden danger of mixing yogurt with acidic fruits and melons, let's move on to another common mistake, one that's surprisingly easy to overlook. Let's talk about meat and other high-protein foods. At first, it might not seem like an issue. After all, many people think of yogurt as a simple side dish, perhaps a dollop of Greek yogurt next to roasted chicken, a spoonful with lamb, or even a cool yogurt sauce served with grilled meats. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the truth. Yogurt itself is already a rich source of protein. And when you combine it with another protein-heavy food like beef, chicken, fish, or eggs, you can overload your digestive system without even realizing it. You see, digesting protein requires a significant amount of stomach acid. When you eat two dense sources of protein at once, your body has to work twice as hard to produce the acid necessary to break them down. And as we age, our stomach's ability to produce acid naturally declines. The result? Food sits in the stomach longer than it should. It begins to ferment, which can lead to gas, bloating, acid reflux, and even inflammation in the digestive lining. But there is another problem that is even more concerning. The excess stomach acid required to break down all that protein can actually destroy the probiotics in yogurt, rendering them useless. Instead of helping your digestion, the creamy spoonful of yogurt becomes just another burden on your already strained digestive system. Let me share a real-life story from our community. Robert, a kind and health-conscious viewer from Wisconsin, had developed a routine of eating Greek yogurt with his dinner. Whether it was grilled steak or baked salmon, yogurt was always on the plate. He thought it added balance, a cooling contrast to his heavier main course. But night after night, Robert noticed something odd. He'd finish his meals feeling uncomfortably full, sluggish, and bloated. Sometimes he even had mild heartburn. At first, he assumed it was just part of getting older. But after reaching out to us, he tried something simple. He moved his yogurt to a separate time of day, a mid-morning snack, or an afternoon refresher. No meat, no heavy foods, just yogurt on its own or paired with lighter ingredients like seeds or oats. The result was almost immediate. Within a few days, Robert reported feeling lighter, more comfortable, and energized after every meal. And that's the lesson here. Yogurt is not meant to compete with heavy proteins. It's a gentle healer, a source of balance and nourishment, but only when we give it the space it needs to do its work. So next time you enjoy a hearty protein-rich meal, consider saving your yogurt for later. Let it shine on its own when your digestive system can truly benefit from all it has to offer. Up next, we'll look at one more food group that may be secretly sabotaging your yogurt and your gut: spicy and fried foods. Stay tuned. So far, we've explored how yogurt can clash with acidic fruits and protein-heavy meals. But there is one more food pairing mistake that deserves your attention, especially if you love bold flavors or enjoy the occasional fried treat. Let's talk about spicy and fried foods. Now, don't get me wrong, spices can be wonderful. A little heat can awaken the senses, boost metabolism, and make meals exciting. But when it comes to your digestive health, especially as you age, combining spicy or greasy foods with yogurt can cause more harm than good. Here's why. Spicy foods, especially those made with chili, cayenne, or hot sauces, stimulate the stomach lining intensely. For younger adults with strong digestion, this might not be a big problem. But after 50, your digestive system becomes more sensitive. That fiery stimulation can easily lead to irritation, acid reflux, or even inflammation in the gut. Now imagine trying to soothe that irritation by adding yogurt on top, thinking it will cool things down. Unfortunately, this is where the problem begins. Yogurt is a cooling, mucus-forming food. It sends the body a different signal, one of calming and slowing down digestion. When you mix the fiery stimulation of spicy foods with the soothing coolness of yogurt, you create an internal conflict. Your digestive system becomes confused. Is it supposed to speed up or slow down? The result is often indigestion, bloating, discomfort, and in some cases, even gas or cramping. And what about fried foods? Fried foods, especially those cooked in refined oils, are heavy, greasy, and difficult to digest. They tend to sit in the stomach for long periods of time, slowing down the digestive process and contributing to a feeling of heaviness or fatigue. For older adults, this slow digestion can also trigger low-grade inflammation, which may show up in unexpected ways like joint stiffness or foggy thinking the next day. When yogurt is paired with fried foods, the digestive burden doubles. Instead of helping, the yogurt becomes trapped in the heavy fat and fails to deliver its probiotic benefits. Let me share a story from one of our long-time viewers. Gloria, 65, had a lovely weekly ritual. Every Friday night, she'd treat herself to homemade samosas, golden and crispy, served with a side of her favorite yogurt sauce. She loved the texture and the contrast of flavors. But she also noticed something else every Saturday morning. She woke up feeling bloated, foggy, and sluggish. She tried drinking more water, adjusting her bedtime, even skipping breakfast, but nothing helped. Finally, we suggested one small shift: separate the yogurt from the fried foods. Instead of pairing them together, Gloria now enjoys her yogurt earlier in the day, maybe as a light afternoon snack or alongside soft-cooked apples and cinnamon. She still enjoys her samosas, but with a mint chutney instead. The difference? She wakes up lighter, clearer, and energized, ready for the weekend. So if you've ever felt weighed down after a spicy dinner or fried meal with yogurt, now you know why. Your body isn't broken. It's simply asking for a little more kindness and smarter combinations. Next, let's shift gears. Now that we've covered what not to eat with yogurt, it's time to reveal the foods that make yogurt even more powerful for your health. Now that we've explored which foods to avoid with yogurt, it's time for a refreshing shift in focus. Because when yogurt is paired with the right ingredients, it doesn't just support digestion, it becomes a powerful ally in your daily wellness routine. Let's begin with one of the best food combinations for your gut: cooked apples with cinnamon. You might be wondering, why cooked apples? Why not just add raw apple slices to yogurt like we see in so many recipes? It's a great question, and the answer lies in how our digestion changes with age. While raw fruits are packed with vitamins, they can also be rough on older digestive systems, especially fruits with thick skins or dense fibers like apples. As we pass 50, our stomachs produce fewer enzymes, and our gut becomes more sensitive to harsh or fibrous foods. But when you gently cook apples, whether by steaming, sauteing, or slow simmering, you soften their fibers, making them easier to digest. Cooking also draws out their natural sweetness, which means you don't need added sugar to enjoy them. And here's where it gets exciting. Apples, especially cooked ones, are rich in a soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin acts as a prebiotic, a special kind of fiber that feeds the good bacteria probiotics in your gut. When you pair prebiotic-rich foods like cooked apples with probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, you create a perfect symbiosis inside your digestive system. They work together to promote balance, comfort, and resilience in your gut. And let's not forget cinnamon, that warm, fragrant spice that brings comfort with every bite. Cinnamon is more than just flavor. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, supports healthy blood sugar levels, and can even help calm the lining of your digestive tract. Together, cooked apples and cinnamon make yogurt taste like a gentle, healing dessert, but with all the benefits of a natural remedy. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. Diane, a 71-year-old from our senior wellness tips community, had been starting her mornings with yogurt and fresh berries for years. It was a routine she loved, but gradually, she began to notice something. After breakfast, she often felt bloated, sluggish, and heavy. Sometimes her stomach felt tight. Other times, she lost her appetite by lunchtime. She didn't want to give up yogurt. It was one of her favorite healthy habits. But the discomfort was starting to take a toll on her mornings. So, we made one small change. Diane swapped out her cold, raw berries for a few spoonfuls of warm, gently cooked apples sprinkled with cinnamon and stirred into her plain yogurt. The results were immediate. Within a week, Diane reported lighter digestion, a brighter mood, and even more energy throughout the morning. She said it felt like her stomach was smiling from the inside out. Sometimes healing doesn't come from cutting things out, but from adding the right things in. And that's what we'll explore next. Let's continue with another powerful yogurt pairing: tiny, nutrient-dense seeds that can transform your digestion from the inside out. We've just seen how a simple bowl of yogurt can be transformed with something as humble as a warm cooked apple and a dash of cinnamon. But what if I told you that just one spoonful of seeds could take your yogurt to an entirely new level, nourishing your gut, calming inflammation, and boosting your energy from the inside out? Let's talk about two of the most powerful, underrated foods for digestion: flax seeds and chia seeds. These tiny seeds might not look like much, but they're packed with gut-healing nutrients, especially important as we age. Let's start with flax seeds. Flax seeds are rich in soluble fiber, which helps regulate bowel movements, keeps your digestive system moving smoothly, and feeds the probiotics in your yogurt just like prebiotics should. But flax seeds offer more than fiber. They are also one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, natural compounds known to reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the digestive tract. In addition, flax seeds contain a group of unique plant compounds called lignans, which may help balance hormones and support long-term health, especially for adults over 50. But here's the key: to truly unlock their benefits, flax seeds need to be ground. Whole flax seeds often pass through the body undigested, meaning you miss out on all their goodness. A small spoonful of freshly ground flax mixed into your yogurt can make a world of difference. Now, let's look at chia seeds, which bring their own kind of magic. When soaked in a liquid like yogurt, almond milk, or water, chia seeds absorb it and form a soft, gel-like texture. This gel is incredibly soothing for the digestive system. It acts like a gentle lubricant, helping food move more easily through your intestines and reducing bloating or discomfort. Chia seeds are also rich in fiber, protein, calcium, magnesium, and antioxidants, a complete digestive support package in just one spoonful. And because they stabilize blood sugar and help sustain energy, they're a perfect addition to a morning or midday snack. Let me share a real-life example. Thomas, a thoughtful 68-year-old viewer from Arizona, reached out to tell us about his struggles with digestion. He often felt bloated and sluggish after meals, and no matter what he tried, nothing seemed to help. His meals were balanced. He avoided heavy sauces, Still, his gut just didn't feel right. Then he tried something simple. Every night, Thomas added 1 tablespoon of freshly ground flaxseed to a small bowl of plain yogurt before bed. He didn't change anything else. Within a few days, Thomas noticed something remarkable. His digestion felt smoother, his sleep improved, and by morning, he felt clear-headed and energized. That 1 small spoonful made a big impact. And that's the beauty of seeds. They don't require massive lifestyle changes. They simply ask to be included quietly, consistently, and with care. So next time you reach for your yogurt, think about adding just a sprinkle of flax or chia. Let these tiny seeds work in harmony with the probiotics, giving your gut the nourishment it deserves. Up next, we'll explore one final pairing that brings comfort, balance, and long-lasting satisfaction: oats when prepared the right way. We've explored how cooked apples and warm spices can soothe digestion, and how a spoonful of seeds can bring balance from within. Now, let's finish this journey of yogurt pairings with a time-tested favorite, one that brings comfort, energy, and gut support all in one bowl. Let's talk about oats specifically. Cooked or soaked oats paired with yogurt. Oats have been a staple breakfast food for generations, and it's no surprise why. When prepared properly, they offer sustained energy, gentle digestion, and a soothing start to the day. But what makes oats such a powerful companion to yogurt, especially for those of us over 50? The answer lies in a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is more than just fiber. It acts as a prebiotic, meaning it helps feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut, the same probiotics found in yogurt. It also helps to stabilize blood sugar, lower cholesterol, and keep you feeling full longer, making it an ideal choice for sustained energy and appetite control. But here's the key: not all oats are created equal when it comes to digestion. Many people reach for instant oats or eat them dry and cold, sprinkled over yogurt straight from the box. While convenient, this method can be harsh on an aging digestive system, leading to bloating, discomfort, and sluggish digestion. That's why we recommend preparing your oats either by gently cooking them on the stovetop or soaking them overnight in liquid like water, almond milk, or yogurt itself. Cooking or soaking helps soften the fibers, making them easier to digest and allowing your gut to absorb the nutrients more efficiently. Plus, it creates a creamy, comforting texture that blends beautifully with yogurt. Now, let me share a story that illustrates the transformation this simple change can bring. Evelyn, a vibrant 74-year-old from Michigan, loved oats. She had been eating them for years, usually raw with milk or mixed into cold breakfast bowls. But more and more, she began feeling bloated and weighed down after breakfast, sometimes even skipping meals because of the discomfort. She reached out to us wondering what went wrong. Her ingredients were healthy after all. But once we dug deeper, we realized the issue wasn't what she was eating, but how she was preparing it. Evelyn switched to soft, slow-cooked oats, topped them with warm stewed apples, a dollop of plain yogurt, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, she noticed a clear difference: better digestion, higher energy, and a surprising improvement in her overall mood. She said, "It's like my breakfast went from being heavy and confusing to something that feels like a gift to my body." And that's exactly the point. When we prepare oats in a way that respects our digestion, they become more than just food, they become nourishment. So whether you prefer a bowl of warm oats with yogurt stirred in, or the ease of overnight oats ready in the morning, this is one gentle ritual your gut will thank you for day after day. Up next, let us tie everything together and reflect on why these small shifts in food combining can lead to big changes in how we feel inside and out. Now that we've reached the end of our journey, let's take a moment to reflect not just on the foods we've talked about, but on what they truly represent. Because this isn't just about yogurt. It's about listening more closely to your body. It's about making small, thoughtful choices that respect how your digestion and your life changes over time. So let's review what we've learned today. We began by uncovering 3 food groups you should avoid mixing with yogurt. 1. Acidic fruits and melons. While colorful and nutritious, these can curdle yogurt proteins in your stomach and disrupt digestion, especially citrus and fast-digesting fruits like watermelon. 2. Meat and other heavy proteins. Yogurt is already protein-rich. Pairing it with steak, chicken, or eggs can overload your digestion, destroy probiotics, and leave you feeling bloated or fatigued. 3. Spicy and fried foods. These create internal conflict between stimulation and cooling. Combined with yogurt, they can lead to gas, indigestion, and inflammation, particularly for older adults. But this isn't about what to remove. It's about what to add in wisely, because food is not the enemy. The right combinations can bring healing, lightness, and joy. So here are 3 gentle, powerful ways to pair yogurt for better digestion and energy. 1. Cooked apples with cinnamon. Soothing, sweet, and rich in pectin, a prebiotic that feeds your probiotics. Cinnamon adds anti-inflammatory, blood sugar balancing support. 2. Flax seeds or chia seeds. These tiny seeds bring fiber, omega-3s, and gentle movement to your digestive system. What's happening is something far more powerful. You're starting to listen more deeply. You're honoring the quiet wisdom of your body, and that, my friend, is a beautiful thing. Because after 50, health isn't about restriction or perfection. It's about graceful adaptation, one choice, one bite, one small step at a time. So as you move forward, I invite you to try one of these changes this week. Maybe warm up those apples. Maybe soak your oats overnight. Or simply enjoy yogurt on its own with no pressure, just presence. If this video helped you, please consider sharing it with someone you care about, a sister, a friend, a parent, a neighbor. And don't forget to subscribe to Golden Years Wellness, where we explore simple, natural ways to feel better, move better, and live fully at every age. Because health after 50 isn't about slowing down. It's about waking up to the small, mindful choices that bring strength, ease, and joy into our lives. We're honored to be on this journey with you. Until next time, take good care of your beautiful body. You deserve to feel well every single day.